let's see what our routing simulation looks like now after we added route categories to our rates. So let's dial the same phone number and click test. As expected, all our carriers made it on the list. Let's customize the view so it's easier to see why the carriers were ordered this way. Okay, let's remove IP node and connection. Move our price a little bit up. Carrier E will be somewhere in the middle according to preference, and this is what we are trying to avoid. We are going to create a routing plan that will only include those carriers that we want to see on our list. Also, handstop was removed from carrier D because this time we want carrier C with a preference lower than 4 also to participate in our routing calculations. And if we do not select any routing plan, the routes are not going to be ordered by category. Obviously, low cost and premium route categories, they have higher priority than VIP, but this calculation did not take into account route category at all. The order of categories is set in the routing plan. Since we have no routing plan assigned, the category is ignored. Okay, now let's create our routing plan. Let's go to infrastructure, voice calls processing, routing plans, and let's create a new one. This is going to be YouTube test with categories. Let's click save. And let's add default with a priority 50. So the priority is going to be 50 and our first route category default. Okay. Now let's add low cost with the same priority 50. And let's choose low cost in the drop down. And then according to our task, we also need premium, but premium should be at the bottom, so let's assign it priority 30 and click add. Let's click save. Routes from categories with the same priority or the same order are going to be sorted together and further sorted according to preference, and if the preference is still the same, they're going to be ordered by price in the ascending order. Premium category will only be used if the carriers from the first two categories are unavailable. So let's go back to our routing simulation, enter our number, and select our routing plan in the drop-down. It's called YouTube test with categories. Okay, and let's click test. Now what we see is that our simulation returns the desired result. We have vendors A, B, C, and D. The categories are default, low cost, and premium, and the carrier E was completely excluded. First, the carriers were ordered by route category. Then these two carriers have the same category. They were ordered by preference. They also have the same preference. They were sorted by price, starting by the lowest price. Premium is the last one because this is our so-called last resort.